Alright, in this part we are going to discuss tangent line, and also this part is about taking derivative of trig functions. So find the equation of the tangent line to the curve of the given point. So let's review the concept a little bit. So what is the tangent line? So let's say you have a function. So before I move on to the next word, if you think my video is helpful to your learning, could you give me a like and a subscribe? I truly appreciate your help. All right, back to the business. So let's say we have a curve like this. So let's say we have a curve like this, and then I want to find the slope of this function. So this stands for f of x. I want to find the slope of this function at this point. All right, since this is not a straight line, I cannot use the y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 to find the slope. So I only have one point. So here is how I do it. I take the derivative, I find f prime of x, and then at this point I am going to plug in this point. So let's say f prime of a to find the slope of the function at this point, and then the slope at this point is also the same as the slope of the tangent line. So this, which is this straight line. So the straight line, the slope of this straight line is equal to the slope of the curve at this point. So for the first problem, A, we have y equals to e to the x times cosine x, and then at point 0, 1. So first we take the derivative. When you see the word tangent line, that means we need the slope, we need a derivative. So y prime, this one we need the product rule. So what's the product rule? The product rule is fg prime plus gf prime. So fg prime, so we take the derivative of cosine, we copy e to the x. The derivative of cosine is negative sine of x, and then we plus g is cosine. The derivative of e to the x is always e to the x. So y prime is, we factor out e to the x, so we have negative sine x plus cosine x, right? And then at point 0, 1, we know that x is equals to 0. So that means the slope is equals to e to the 0 and then negative sine of 0 plus cosine 0. So e to the 0 power is 1, sine at 0 is 0, cosine at 0 is 1. So the slope is equals to 1. That is my slope. And then how do you build a straight line? So to build a straight line, you need the point slope form, which is y minus y1 equals to the slope times x minus x1. y1, we have that is equals to 1. The slope is equals to 1, and then x is equals to 0. So overall, you have y equals to x plus 1. What is this? This is equation of the tangent line to function f at this point 0, 1, and then this one is the slope of the tangent line to function f at this point. So this is only a slope, and that one is equation. All right, so let's move on to B. So in B we have, let's change color for B. So in part B, we have a y equals to cosine x. So y is equals to cosine x minus sine of x. The point is at pi comma negative 1. So first we find the derivative. The derivative of cosine is negative sine. The derivative of sine is cosine. And then x is equals to pi. So the slope is equal to negative sine of pi, and then minus cosine pi. All right, so going back to your unit circle, pi is 180 degree, right? So that coordinate, this degree measurement is pi. The coordinate is x equals to negative 1, y equals to 0. So sine of pi is equals to 0. So we have negative 0. Cosine of pi is equals to negative 1. So overall, the slope is equals to 1. So this is the slope of the tangent line to the function cosine x minus sine x at that point. So how about the tangent? How about the straight line? The straight line is y minus y1 equals to the slope times x minus x1. So this is y plus 1 equals to x minus pi, and then you have y equals to x minus pi minus 1. This is the equation of the tangent line. What is the slope? The slope is equals to 1. The y-intercept is x equals to 0, y equals to negative pi minus 1. All right, this is the y-intercept. So that will be all in this part. In the last part, I will show you a horizontal tangent problem.